Good evening, everyone, to Island fans. Another evening where we are talking about football and so much to talk about. A great weekend filled with finals and epic battles. And I want to thank all of the Island fan supporters for all the support you've given to us throughout the entire Euros and Copa. And it's been really good. So we're gonna talk about those things tonight. So whether you're watching it live or you're gonna watch it after the fact, which is most of you, then we just want to thank you for supporting us. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and tell everyone you know about Island fans. All right, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good, of course.
Good,
Wonderful.
awesome, wonderful, great.
Memphis must be heartbroken, but we
Heartbroken by
understand
what?
the comeback.
Pardon me, serious man.
That's a little inside joke for those of you who don't know what we're talking about. All right, if you see this later on, we just came from a football game, a real fun 7-7 thriller. I wish we see more games like that. When was the last time we saw a 7-7? I don't think anyone ever seen a 7-7. We've seen
All
four
I'm-
fours.
All I'm saying is from the moment the game lost the referee, it just went to chaos. That's all right.
From the moment we made a tactical cricket half.
Yeah, from the moment you signed the referee. only in Antigua you see a referee turn into a player. That's only
Oh boy, that's what we love our country. All right, so okay, let's get to these talking points. First, is Argentina among the favorites for the World Cup next year after winning the Copa? They finally found that thing they were missing, and they're gonna go all the way. They got the goat, but one of the goats in the building. So I mean, like, it's like that.
Well, Josh, I look at that team and I still see Otamendi at the back, and I think that's trouble. I don't. Yes, they have Messi. I like what's his name? Rodrigo. What's his name that just went to Atletico Madrid?
DePaul.
DePaul. He looks like a quality player.
Yeah, he gave the pass to Di Maria.
The World Cup is gonna have the best of the best. I don't think when I look at that team from the Copa America, I don't think they'll be amongst the maybe top 5 best teams at the World Cup.
So that means then, since they beat Brazil is in that same category that you just mentioned. They're not among the best.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you guys think? Brazil and Argentina are they in the top 5 in the world?
No.
So who's in top 5? France. Who else? Belgium.
France.
Italy.
I mean, yeah.
France, Belgium, Italy. That's 3. Who else?
I would take Belgium.
You take Belgium out?
Yeah. For that defense, man. I don't think that defense could stack up.
Well, we are like calling any names though. Okay, besides France and Italy, who else in there? I'm
looking at boy.
Spain?
I think Spain will come back. Germany for sure.
Okay, so that's France, Italy, Spain, Germany, Portugal. 5?
Yeah,
France,
and
Italy, Spain, Germany, Portugal.
Yeah, Josh, we have those top teams, and then you have a lot of teams in and around that could possibly break into that. Because I'm thinking some of these African teams like Ivory Coast and stuff like that, Nigeria, who always seem to do well at these tournaments. Yeah. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at Argentina, and there's not a golfing class between those teams.
Okay. Next question. Do you think how long can Messi go? I mean, he's getting up there. How long? How many more years do you think is left in him? And you can throw in Cristiano too, but just talking about Messi in light of he has such a great performance. To get 5 goals, 4 assists, and he seems like nothing is slowing him down. But Father Time kicks in after a while. 2 years, 3 years at this level.
I say
3 max.
3. How old is he now? 30. How old is he now?
34.
34. So you see him playing at 37 at Barca.
Well, I think Barcelona is not a 3-year contract. They're trying to get him to sign.
Yeah. Yeah,
And so
but I
I think
mean,
at the end of that, you could probably just either go back to Argentina and just call it George.
call it George. All right. Do you think he'll be a steady decline or he'll be who what he is now, right down to 37?
I mean, there's technically a steady decline from previous seasons, so
But look at
that's already
Cristiano.
started.
Cristiano's what, 2 years older? A year
Yeah,
and a
and
half
he's
older?
declining too.
Scored 30 something goals last season though.
Yeah,
That's
he
declining for
went
him. Okay, all right, I get it.
went down from 60 something to
Okay, I
50
get you.
something
All right,
to
someone
30
can't even
something.
score 25. All right, okay.
I
All
say,
right,
though, Josh,
good shot.
Messi's skill set can have Messi playing at the top level for the next 5 years.
So you think his game is designed as such that he could
Right. As
continue?
long as he finds the right team, Memphis. He doesn't have to do much. He stays in those little pockets, collects the
Mm,
ball, and you just see brilliance. I
Yeah, but
think if they tailor make a team to fit that, he could play 4 years. 4 years, let's say 4.
but
Do you see
who
him
can
going? Do you see him going to America?
I I don't think he can. Who can afford his salary?
Beckham,
I think
Atlanta,
he will. I think he will for
MLS has a salary
Galaxy.
cap. MLS has a salary cap,
Yeah, they'll find the
yeah,
money, man.
and I
designated
think
players.
Designated player.
David Beckham team didn't already pass a salary cap until they end up in some kind of trauma.
Yeah, but they'll bring it down, and if they get Messi, trust me, designated player. Put it aside. Who don't want to sign Messi? That him bringing coming over alone will sell so many shirts in America. It's not even funny. That alone is the transfer fee, or if there is a transfer fee, depending if it
Yep.
comes over his salary alone. But that's that. Suko here says Brazil is top 5 quality according to him. And with that in
Uh,
mind, is Neymar on the decline? We all say yes or no.
I
He's what,
wouldn't say
30
that.
now? He's 30, right?
I have no idea how old he is.
I double check it.
Yeah, double check. I know he's not in his 20s anymore. Can't
But
be.
last season, you could give him a kind of excuse because he was injured for most of the season.
Isn't that a part of your decline? Frequent injuries?
Yeah, but
No,
when he played, he performed.
29. Sorry, guys, he's 29.
Yeah, he's 29. All right.
Yeah, he's born
So,
February 92.
okay. Interesting. So he's 29. What do you think is next for Neymar? What's the next big thing for Neymar? Winning Champions League?
Well, I think he will looking to win the World Cup. If he wins
Mm,
the World Cup, I think he will want to win the World Cup more than you want to win the Champions League.
okay.
And
That's
I
true.
think he's won the Olympics for them. I think he's won Copa America
Yeah.
as well.
Mhm.
So if he wins the World Cup, he will at least cement his place as a Brazil legend.
She's
think-
not there yet.
I don't think he's on the decline though, Josh. Saturday, he was unplayable. You see
I saw
him,
that.
the only way to get him down is to foul him.
What was Brazil missing in that game? What
A
were they
goal
missing?
scorer. I think
Gabriel
they're in the
Jesus.
same boat as Germany. They need a striker that puts the ball in the net.
Yeah, they should bring back what's his name? They should bring what's his name? Oh, you don't play for Spain already. No, I forgot. What's his
Costa.
name? Yeah, Costa's Brazilian. But anyway, but still though, yeah, for real. Skill here says he's in the building. Big up Skill. You tell me you have people to cuss now, so make sure you can come in when you're ready. All right. Okay, so in essence, yeah, I asked that because he needed to win that Copa Saturday. He didn't, and I'm wondering what's next for him. What does he need to win before people start to say Neymar is no longer in the conversation? If he's not winning, he's not in the conversation. How many step overs he does, spectacular goals he does. If he's not winning, what is he?
I think the argument would be if he could win the Champions League with PSG.
Okay, good point. Suka says here, true point.
Especially after all the people they just signed.
Yeah,
They just got to play the tournament for the Euros for free.
Yeah, they haven't spent a lot of money. Their business has been pretty good though. I think Hakimi is probably the only thing they've really spent money on. Suko says correct. He says we, so we know he's a Brazilian fan. We need a proper number 9 up top. Very, very valid point. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people need proper number 9s.
Something that I've spoken to Suko about ever since R9. I don't think Brazil has ever had another pure striker.
Stats.
I mean,
You're right.
they did, but he kind of had some off the pitch issues.
Adriano.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
Adriano.
He was
I
quality.
know it could have been the next R9.
And
I know I
then
said it. I
and
know
then there
that's
was
a tough
Pato.
statement, but he
There
was
was
I'm
good.
Pato,
buzzing.
but then he got injured.
Pat
I'm
had a lot of
buzzing that you.
injuries.
Don't just be a bad man.
And he also played for City.
Yeah,
Luis
Uh,
Fabiano wasn't bad, you know.
he wasn't bad either.
but
No.
he
He wasn't
wasn't that
good.
good. But he wasn't the
Oh
best.
boy. Will England's new golden generation win anything, or will they repeat the mistakes of the last golden generation?
I mean,
Anyway,
I think the fans are repeating the same mistakes as the last generation. Because every tournament England get hype up to go win something, and
Is
nothing
something
happened.
is something wrong with that for the
I
fans to support
mean,
their team?
first there was what the
Shouldn't he
class of
supposed to
'92.
do?
There was a
Uh-huh.
class of '92. There was what Beckham and them.
Yeah, well, the class of '92 kind of molded into
And I'm
that.
not Beckham. I
Steven
mean Rooney and
Gerrard,
them. Yeah,
Gerrard,
Gerard and
Lampard,
them.
Rooney, Scholes,
Hmm.
all the mans were in one team. They won zip. I know we have this new golden generation budding, except for the midfield. They know Lampard and Gerrard. Gerrard would have been good in that last
I
game, you
mean,
know But
what happened to Rice? What happened to your boy Rice?
he's no Gerrard. They don't have any box-to-box midfielders.
I
I
think
needed a Gerrard.
I
Go ahead.
think this team, because of the average age of this squad, I think they
Yeah.
have a lot of potential
Mhm.
going forward. The
Mhm.
World Cup, at this same group, they
Yeah.
have the World Cup to play together. They have the next
Mhm.
Euros to play together, and possibly another World Cup to play together.
Next year, yeah.
I know the World Cup next year, the next
Mhm.
Euros, and the next World Cup
Yeah,
in
they're young.
4 years after next year.
They're young, yeah.
I think that they they can win one of those. Maybe
And
the
they
next
can.
one.
That's a good
Maybe
point, Shaq. Because I
they
mean,
can.
Rashford, Jadon Sancho, Saka, Jude Bellingham, those
Yeah,
guys young,
Jude
boy.
Bellingham.
Yeah,
Like
those
guys,
guys.
sorry there, Josh. Memphis, I know you're not a fan of England, but you can look at those players, especially your Man United players, and you can look at them and say Rashford should get better, Sancho should get better, Foden,
Mhm.
Declan Rice, Calvin
Yeah.
Phillips, and even if Calvin Phillips doesn't get better, you have Jude Bellingham, you have
Yep.
Saka, you have a young. The defense is not that old. John Stones
No.
is not old.
Mhm.
Shaw is not old.
Ben White is
Even
coming up.
yep, yep,
Pickford is
yeah,
there too,
yeah,
Yeah,
and you
but
have what
that's where they
Ramsdale.
get into
Henderson is young too.
problems. The keepers.
I don't know.
And
Henderson
yeah,
should be a good keeper eventually.
yeah.
Henderson will
I
be a good
mean,
keeper
keepers
eventually.
Henderson
keepers is
and
not really
John
a
Stone.
problem
John Stone
because
is not bad.
keepers normally play till late 40, so that's
Yeah.
not really an issue.
So
Mhm.
Pickford for the next. How old Pickford?
Nah,
Miserable Pickford.
I think eventually at some point in time when Henderson becomes number one at United, he'll become number one of England. I think it's just gonna happen. It's just a
Um,
matter of time. Yeah, I think so.
Nick Pope
It's
is
gonna
very
happen.
good too.
I'd say Nick Pope is the best English keeper right now.
Yeah.
True.
Yo, I agree with you 100%. I really do agree with you. But I just say I know he's going to be number one for United, and then United go win the title or come second or third, and Everton down there. You never know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But did England drop off or did Italy push them back? Which one? Did England drop off or did Italy push them
I'd
back?
say both
Yeah,
because
I agree.
after they scored in the second minute, there was no time where I said, okay, England are going to score a second. There was
Yeah,
absolutely no time
I'd
where I
say
thought that.
I said they were like the first 20 minutes, they should have scored a second. There were opportunities to do that. If they had a second, they would have won the thing, but they didn't capitalize on that. And I said to myself, because I didn't get to see the extra time or the penalties, but I said, if we go penalties, they're going to lose. Because this is a game with two good defenses, and
Mhm.
Italy is going to have all of the possession.
Can I
So
ca- can
you
I
needed
just
a
say
second goal to win the game.
before the game, you made a comment in the group saying that Chiellini and Bonucci must be rapid. So I think it was like the second half or sometime in extra time. I see Chiellini run down Sterling and take with the ball. So
I don't remember seeing that.
the boss kind of rapid.
I won't say that. You
Thir-
faster than
thir-
Chiellini. You faster than
36-year-old man
Chiellini.
run down
Oh, you're
Sterling,
talking
dog.
about the recovery that he did when Sterling was crossing the ball?
Yes.
But on himself. What about recovery when he pulled on Saka? That looked like a recovery because Saka was going. You
Good
know,
call.
good foul though. All right, who's most to blame for England's loss? Most to blame.
I mean, listening to the media outlets, even up to this morning, with
Hmm.
Southgate saying that he's the one responsible for the choosing the penalty takers.
Yeah.
I think that added a little more blame to him. If it's probably was 50-50, I think he take a little more of it now. But then at the same time, you still have to look on these penalty kickers
Hmm.
because it's a job that they was set out to do to go and convert these penalties, and they didn't.
Yeah.
They failed to do the job. So I mean, blame has to be put on both. Point blank.
So, Suka says here for all the doubters in the panel, they are how y'all like that 2-1 prediction from last show. All right, Suka for the win, and Suka says here you have a far better goalkeeper by Miles Donnarumma. Once he goes PKs, he only goes Mange. All right, and Hamilton says Southgate is the most to blame. You know, he says never under players from the onset of five at the back. He was to blame from scoring the first goal and sitting back. He was at fault. I would say that I when I saw the Saka Henderson thing, I was like, he's trying to contain them. He's trying to not get 2 or 3 goals. And I saw what he's trying to do, but I figured you have all the offense on the bench. Take a risk, man. It's the final. Throw on a Grealish, throw on a Sancho, run at them, and say at least you tried. But to sit back, I didn't like that. That's just me. I think he messed up there in the second half. You know, to me, or at
I
least
think
in extra time.
I think you were asking me a question before APA said no.
Oh, I got cut out.
No. I was. I think you were asking me a question. I got disconnected.
Oh, I was okay. All
I
I
think
have
he
right.
was
no idea.
asking the question with the who was to blame. That's what you're talking about.
Oh, what's the blame? Oh, you didn't hear? Okay, we
No,
went on. Okay, all right. Different people answered, but who do you think is to blame? Talk to me, Memphis.
between why England lost,
Yeah, who's the most to blame? The most to blame. You can
the
blame anybody.
most to blame.
Don't say Rashford.
No, snake ball safe man. I'd say, to be honest, I don't think anybody is the most to blame. I'd say it's like a joint effort. Because I understand people are saying, why would you make a 19-year-old take a penalty XYZ XYZ?
Mhm.
If Saka scored that penalty, everybody would be like, oh, elite mentality. Look at this 19-year-old
Yep.
stepping up at pressure point to take a penalty.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. But Jamal
I don't see
disagrees. Jamal disagrees. Jamal says that then the lineup for penalties, the lineup. He thought that if you do it differently, some was saying,
I
Matthew Saka take it, but don't let Saka take the last one. Don't make a 23-year-old, 21-year-old, and how old
No,
Saka be 19. Take
Mhm,
the last 3 penalties. You know what I mean? We start them. And we
mhm.
put Maguire and Lake as something to put people with more experience to take the more high pressure penalties is the
all
point
right.
others are making.
This is the thing I'm thinking. I'm that crossed my mind. We're talking about experience. Are we talking about experience penalty takers or just players with experience? Because if we look through the entire England team, they don't have a lot of penalty takers. I
Yeah.
heard one of the commentators was saying today, Grealish last took a penalty 3 or 4 years ago for Aston Villa.
Mhm.
yep.
Sterling, he missed his last 3 penalties for City.
Mhm.
So when you look at it, and even Maguire, who did very well, stepped up, put that top bins.
I
I
think
mean,
that's his
if you
first
look to
ever
the England
penalty.
team, I didn't hear that, Memphis.
I think that's Maguire's first ever penalty.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, who would you choose? You would just choose a
Wait,
player
Shuck, shuck,
because
shuck,
he's
shuck, shuck,
older.
shuck, shuck, shuck. You
Go
make a
ahead.
wonderful point, brother. I just need to stop. Like everybody soak in that Memphis kind of give Maguire a compliment there for a second. So
How was
fans,
that a
this is a
compliment? I
rare
said that was
moment.
his first
No,
what?
normally you would use the opportunity to jab at the boy, but then you did it. So I'm proud of you, man.
I
Good.
mean,
Stepping up and being the bigger man.
the man break the camera. Like, why would you break the people on camera?
Yeah, I saw that,
Okay.
man.
He did. That's how we defenders do it. But
Yo,
anyway,
it,
I,
it,
so
I
he
it's
did
agree.
Bruno,
say
Bruno teaching now. Yeah.
I agree with
that's true.
Memphis when he says that about Saka taking the penalty. If he scored, the narrative would have been different. I
True.
mean,
But don't you think? But don't you
he
think?
wasn't too
Sure.
young. He wasn't too young to be taken to the Euros.
No.
Yep.
So step up, and take it. Step up
But
and
what
take it.
about
It's not that great. It's unfortunately he missed.
But what about the point, Shaq, that they're saying that, okay, fine, no matter how old you are, but they're saying that, do you think that a 19-year-old has more strength of character than a 25-year-old?
I think Saka does. And not generally any 19-year-old, but I think Saka does. I don't think he's afraid of the moment.
Okay, Southgate, not just the penalty takers, has good win. England seems satisfied for playing penalties. I agree with you. That's my problem. He should have never got to penalties. He was too safe. Southgate was too safe. And he's like, you know what? We're going to get to penalties. I didn't like that.
Honest,
he wasn't brave.
To be
Throw on
honest,
some attackers, man, and run at them.
No,
I think
but the
somebody
thing
said
is,
that.
right,
Go ahead.
when England were playing the back five, they looked better. From they switched to the back four, they played straight into Italy.
Okay, good. All right, go ahead. Goodwin says, Greatest said he asked for a pen and was told no. Okay.
Okay.
All right, interesting point. Suko says, all that pace and firepower, Rashford, Sancho, Saka, Grealish to run at the slow Italian defense. Southgate flops this one. Interesting point, Suko. Go ahead, Shaq.
Because I saw Suko made this comment. I think when we go back to the question you're asking, who is to blame more? Then I'm thinking it's Southgate. Oh, okay, it's Southgate because let me not be too harsh. Because
harsh, man.
My thinking is England was too reliant on playing on the counter or getting one of these players, Saka or Sterling, to carry the ball 40, 50 yards for them to start an attack. There was no build-up of play ever.
No.
There was no smooth playing through the lines ever.
No.
Yesterday, not Harry Kane, Harry Maguire kept lumping balls up.
Yeah.
It's Harry Kane. He's already dropping deep, and he's playing against Chiellini and Bonucci.
This is why I say I blame anyway. Southgate, you could tell they couldn't keep the ball in the last 15 minutes of the second half. They couldn't keep the ball. But he had 10 minutes on the ball. He's like, who wants it?
And the thing is, I don't think if anybody noticed now, but Bonucci actually pulled up in extra time and was limping for the whole extra time.
I know, right? Somebody has said it. Go ahead, Moy.
Because even if you look at it, you're looking at Sterling being this outstanding player of the tournament, even so for England. You were wondering if Sterling was even playing that game because Sterling was so isolated and dropping deep, so they couldn't even get to do. He brought on Saka. He brought on Saka for trying to do this defensive work and try to get forward. At that time, it's Harry Kane alone up there at least. And some of the time, Harry Kane is deep and you can't even turn to get the ball over because of the amount of pressure.
Yeah,
but Josh, you made a good point because you said too earlier when we were at the game, they don't really have any technicians.
None.
Right?
Judy's probably the only one that could do it. Yeah, I would have played Jude Bellingham. I'm sorry, I would have played Jude Bellingham. I think Jude Bellingham would have bring up the ball a lot better than that because Rice and Phillips just sat behind you, and then when he took off Rice and put on Henderson, he didn't make a difference. So then now the ball is there. The man, as you just said, Shaq, they're just kicking it forward. Poor Harry Kane there try to run up and try to hold back there with Bonucci and Chiellini, and it's like, okay, what's next? It just made no sense whatsoever.
Okay. Let me ask you
let me get a couple comments in there.
With this,
go ahead, man.
Okay, with the Rice and Calvin Phillips, you're looking at the two of them, and we're saying England didn't have any creative spark in the midfield. But when you was looking at the game, Declan Rice seemed the more advanced one to try and get something going instead of Calvin Phillips, because we see Declan Rice going through. He's dribbling past 1, 2, and maybe then we say it's too much.
That's not his game.
But he was the only, exactly. But he was the only one out of him and Phillips that was actually trying to drive forward. So I was like, why did you take off Rice? And he was trying to go forward.
Rice was nothing.
He was tired, because that really isn't his game, though. That's not his game. Aiden here says, hey, guys, hope you're all okay. All right, hope you're okay, too. As a United fan, this was really hard to take after losing your League final. So, yeah, man, 2 penalty losses, Maguire must be feeling awful, But so you go, man. This is the part of the game, But happy for Chiellini, he needed that. Henderson should have taken Saka's, okay?
Henderson got subbed.
Okay.
He's
Jorginho also missed, and he's an accomplished penalty taker. Good
Fair
point.
point, Jamal.
Good point. Good
His
point.
penalty
All
was
right.
so awful, right? Yo, I was so disappointed.
His penalties are
Terry.
always awful.
No, they're
Terry,
not.
hey, fellas, this is the final. These guys are professionals. It's 12 yards. The scouting report was done when his left hand is much stronger than when he dives right. Ask
You're
Morata
right,
a week
Terry.
ago.
You're right,
Mm,
Terry.
good
Spot on there.
point. Good
Yep.
point, Terry.
Yep.
Yeah, Aiden comes back and says, imagine having Rashford and Sancho come on at 90 minutes against an aging defense. Yeah, I don't like the timing of his substitutions either. And the thing is, he did everything right up until the final. It's crazy now. He did
But,
everything right.
okay,
Southgate.
Let me.
but Josh, quick,
Mm,
go ahead, more.
Oh, I was just saying because I've been hearing everyone question his thing for staying too long to bring on Sterling and to bring on
Bring
Rashford
on.
and Sancho. Yes, but we complain, but we seen clearly when they brought on Rashford had to go and play right back, and all these players had to adjust. So I mean, you didn't want to take off Sterling, which I thought Sterling was going to be the one
me
to take
too.
off.
Yeah, I
But
thought that's what you're going to do.
I think he was thinking as it goes down, you would have trust Sterling more than any one of these players. Even if he's not a great thing, but
Hmm.
at the same time, as a player, as a professional player, you always got to be ready whenever the manager calls on you
True.
because we're looking at the same time. Rashford, when he was playing for when he's at Manu, and the player got injured, he was young. He got called on at a very young age to go on, and he
True.
did it. So I
Hmm.
mean, there's not a case of not being ready. You got to always be ready to go and
Yeah.
step up.
True, true. Terry comes back and says Southgate's defense crap messed it up. I thought it was Jose coaching. Good
Yo,
point.
they look
You
like
know,
Spurs for real.
for real. I was gonna say that. Terry, Jamal comments in Terry's comment. He says correct that almost every penalty Donnarumma went to
Yep.
his left and
Yep.
saved 2 pens that
Yep.
way. Nobody did their penalty work there, boy. Drop the ball there.
Somewhere. No wrong with the
And
scout.
at Shaq, they got your boy Mount, who went missing yet again. Jamal dropping
Like,
dropping thumbs to
okay,
you
but
there.
Jamal, this is what I'm saying. It's even if you had somebody else there in that position, they had 34, I think, percent possession.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with much? You can't do much
But
with that.
to be fair, I think Mount's problem was when Henderson came on, they had Mount and Phillips behind Henderson.
Yeah, they were
That made
Yeah, I
flat.
no
saw
sense.
that. I saw that. I don't understand that. No, I see Terry's going to talk about it. Yes, his Mancini saw what he saw what he went there wasn't working. He made 7 changes, and you know when Southgate reacted. Very good point.
To
And he
be
says,
fair,
"Go ahead, go ahead."
if Chiesa didn't come off, it would have won the game before the penalty shootout.
I don't know about that. Or if he'd brought on his attacking forwards a little earlier, who knows? You know, so get have a hit Grealish. Imagine some man rush you with a gun. You look on your knife and gun and take up a knife to defend yourselves. I see your point there. Good metaphors. All right. Hamilton, the formation was bad to start with. Mount should never start in the wing. He plays better at number 10, 4-2-3-1. Okay, good point. All right. Big up Pickford. He had an amazing tournament. Okay, good. Martin Charlton says, "What's up, lads? It's about time you come in the building, Martin. You should be there more
Yeah,
often.
Martin.
You should have been in football today too." All right, all right. Aiden says, "Like the video,
He's here.
guys. We like it too,
He's not here.
Aiden." Oh, he's not here. That's
Thumbs
true.
up.
Yeah. All right. We like it too, man. Make sure you like it and share and get some people to subscribe. Subscribe. That's what we need. More subscribers. So, Aiden, tell your friends and family and everybody you know that love football to subscribe to Island Fans. Jamal says here, Jonathan, doesn't matter the formation. Mount should not have been in the team, really. Tell me one above average performance he had in the whole Euros. Should have dropped him
Yo,
like he
to be
dropped
fair,
Grealish.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, to be fair,
Jamal,
I was surprised. We were all surprised to see Mount. I thought Saka was going to start. I
I
legit
was
thought
surprised
Saka
to
was
see a
going to
back
start.
five. To be honest.
Yeah, I was.
Jamal,
But
I
to be
can
fair,
argue with that.
good. To be fair though, it looked like a masterclass when you see what's his name on the right hand side whipping it to shot and the goal scoring the first 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
mean,
that was a
Trippier,
defensive mistake, not really tactical masterclass.
defensive mistake.
Yeah,
Trippier crossed it. And
Chiesa didn't track Shaw.
so
Notice
you
it
don't
never
give Shaw
happened
any
again.
credit. You don't give Shaw any credit at all. Why you have to
I mean,
track
yeah,
the
That's
defense?
the game plan,
it's a
though.
good finish,
The wing back
but
was
the
supposed to be
man
free.
didn't track the man.
But
Because it's from
that's
one
a
wing back to the other wing back.
yeah.
They're the free players.
And plus,
That,
if Emerson pressured Trippier, that cross not happening.
we know
Okay,
that
but
Emerson was
Memphis,
going to do that.
if Pickford push the ball away from the goal and not onto the post, Italy don't score. We can always kind of
Exactly.
find details.
But
Give
Yeah.
the man them some love, man.
there's so many ifs all over the place. Terry says here, Spurs need to back here, so he has no fear, he run
No,
right. Don't do that.
no,
Don't
it's
do that
not
to
just
Spurs
Case,
have the
too
man.
money.
many.
Mash the man,
For
Town.
two.
How you mash the man now? I'm career like that,
But
Terry
I
boy.
think
But a
Bayern
step
trying to
down
sign him.
from, that's a massive step down to go Spurs. Who want to go Spurs? I mean, think about that. Right now.
Not even Kane want to be at Spurs.
I know,
Not even a
right?
manager wants you to be at Spurs.
Yeah. So, the man like Mama stepped down from Wolves to Spurs. Think about that. Anyway, Gareth Southgate's last minute substitutions to the shootout backfired. I agree with Skill. And when we go Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho missing the penalties along with Saka, Rashford, and Sancho deserve support. I think he lost the game from the second half. I think he
Yeah,
lost
but
the game from the second half.
the man getting real
Seriously. He
From the
lost the
30th
game from
minute.
literally. Aiden
The
says
man,
here,
the
did
man
you guys hear about
Sancho
all
and
or
Rashford
nothing for Arsenal? We did. I think
Yo,
it was Shamoy told us about it.
they
So we're
better not
gonna
finish 8 again.
Hello.
This could
Long
either
time
go
a night
really
name
well
team.
or horribly wrong.
either way for the neutrals, this is gonna be
Oh
awesome.
my goodness.
So let's just say hypothetically, right? Memphis's dream comes true and Arsenal is battling relegation. This would be the best thing ever.
I'd
This
pay
would be the
money to
Watching
watch
best
that.
TV.
ever. They're gonna make some of
Yo,
the body right for the show,
I,
right?
I'd
I
rent
told
out
Jamal
Caribbean
it
cinemas
means the
just to watch
trophy
it.
pending though.
But if them man end up winning a trophy, oh man, yeah, who knows? I'm gonna be
I
watching
think
it for
this is
sure.
something all teams should be looking to have. It's a
Definitely.
very good thing to see the in depth of what and the reactions after certain games.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I hate Tottenham, but I love the Tottenham one and the
It was
Manchester
good.
City. They were
They
really
both were
good.
pretty good.
Really good
Tottenham one too
production.
had some drama in there, boy. Me just love the fight, boy, between Wayne and
Daddy
Daddy
Ali
Ali.
and
Son,
Jose.
son, son, I love it.
No, that one day. That one is sweet. But the one we love is the one between Wayne him again, defend the man.
Who that?
He's pissed.
Dyer?
See Dyer, yeah, Dyer and Dyer. Daddy Ali come in the dressing room and start cuss boy. And then Dyer's like, call name, but that is our dialect version. Call name. It's who you attack about, because know me you attack about. And then man start to go back and forth. It was this drama behind it. That was good stuff. Reese says here, I won't start in Southgate tonight because I won't stop. Oh boy, Reese, I feel you. Everything about that file is on him. I was never so upset to get what I want. That is England losing. All right. Just
Really
says
Okay,
be
but
here.
Josh,
upset
could I
about
ask
that.
a question? Could I ask a question? Everybody,
Go ahead.
fans, the people who are in the comments too, could answer. So Southgate out.
No.
You
No,
don't think, even though it is golden generation, that Southgate can get the best out of them and win
I
something?
I
think
think so.
He technically has.
he has.
Semi-final and
He
final.
has. Yeah. I think that if they get knocked out early next year, they fire him.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. They could be like, you have the stuff now. You can't keep you should have done more than that. So I think the expectation after this final is for them to do more in the World Cup next year. I think that's the
Yes,
expectation.
because the expectations is going to be very high, especially after England not having such a good thing for about 55 years, and then they made
Yeah,
semi-final in World Cup. Then the
yeah,
final in Europe after such a run, they
yeah.
have to show up in
They
in
have
in,
to
in the
show
next
up.
World Cup.
Yep, you're right. You're right. Jamal says it'll be pure comedy for us fans too. The amount of clownery that will happen. Who are you talking about, Jamal? You said fans? Which fans? Are you back Man City? We all know Jamal back Man City, so we know Jamal is talking about.
Yo, you notice it? The name, the picture is blue.
Hey, you
True.
wild?
Yeah.
I will not. Jamal is an Arsenal fan. Leave him alone.
Yo,
Yes, we
that
love
blue
Jamal
look like
around
more
here.
background. Man.
Stats. Right. Risa says all or nothing for Arsenal will be nice comedy should do it. I know Risa will be definitely on the edge of her seat with that one. Yeah.
Oh, so Jamal was
Um,
probably talking about that then. I assume.
it
The
was
honor.
Yeah,
raining at
probably.
Yeah. Aiden says you must not forget it was raining at Wembley. Big up TY.
Big up time. Big up time.
Oh,
That
Ty.
man Arsenal fan TV.
Oh, true. All right. Terry says, Oh, okay. Wait. Shaq, you got too far. It says here, no. But England won't go abroad. That's their problem. They keep appointing these English coaches. All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, when
Yeah.
they
Maybe
went
one
abroad, they didn't do
With
anything either.
the conservative crap is his point.
with Capella on 20.
Yeah, they had Capella, they had Sven and Eriksson. They still didn't do anything.
That is very, very true. Who's a good England coach though? I like it when it's somebody English. It's nice.
Yeah,
Because
but how many
I
good English coaches we
So
doing?
Southgate, yo, what's his name? Should do it from Bournemouth. Then I'll give you them.
Yeah,
Ooh, I
but
was
Eddie
thinking
Howe.
about him,
i-
but
isn't he unemployed? He got fired back long ago.
I know. I think he's doing commentary and so now, but he should get the job. I like his style of football.
And
He
let me
played football. Wait him
real
again.
progressive.
Wait him again.
Eddie
Um,
Howe.
Eddie
Eddie
Howe.
Eddie
Howe.
Howe.
Eddie Howe
Yeah.
play football. Eddie boy, I tell you, do better than we start every game. You see. And who else they? I
He,
can't think of anybody else in England who brings the ball forward. They need the
but
pop. If England had
to
a
be
Pogba,
honest,
that game would have been different.
no.
Yeah.
If they had walked with Ward Prowse,
So
Hey,
let
good
me
point.
make let me
Memphis, that's
make
not
a
a bad show.
That's not a bad
let me make
show
a
for real.
comment on what Terry said, because I was listening something this morning, and the person was making a solid point also with it, that England is looking to make the conservative coach appointment because they're worried about the answers to the media and not what the players are going to do on the field. So they're just worrying
True.
about the
Mm-hmm.
reaction to the media and hope that it's good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because the media drama is always there. So I thought it was a good point seeing Terry brought it up again too.
Stats. O'Neill says Southgate out. Once she come with the typical comment for Arsenal, it would just be nothing, not all or
I
nothing.
think only is making a solid point here. The next comment there, John.
Yeah, O'Neill says Gerard for the England job. That's a
That's
good
not a bad show.
shout. That's good. Big up to O'Neill with the stats, man. He just says, honest opinion, what would have thought? Who would have thought that Jose Mourinho coaching England for the Euros? I wouldn't like that. I don't think it's any different than what Southgate did right now. So,
no, that was the point.
oh, okay, got you. Good point. I see it now. There we go. All right. So Terry says, "Hey, Munchie, no, in the dance now, and he have Pep number." Man, I can't wait till the season starts. Boy, I
Yo,
can't wait.
so
Grealish said he
Spurs are
wanted to take
signed
a
to be a
pencil against
Portuguese
the
man.
weekend. I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Definitely. All right. Thanks, fans, for your comments. Keep bringing the comments. We're almost done. Jorginho's potential red card. Should he have gotten a red card?
The red card for it.
Oh,
No,
come on. He stepped on
I
that man. He
Yeah, he
I
stepped
would
did.
on
I would have
Grealish.
given
He
it.
did. He
Grealish
did.
won the ball and he
Yeah.
stepped on the man. In the Euros earlier, I
They
think it was
both no
Ukraine
no.
versus Sweden. A man
Mhm.
got a red card for a follow
Yeah.
through.
That
Yeah,
was a
and
big
then we
call. That
argue
was a
that it
big
wasn't a
call.
red. We argued that it wasn't a red, right?
It
I
could
think
have
that was
been.
red.
It could have
But
been.
the Grealish Jorginho one, they both made contact with the ball at the same time. The ricochet is what caused Jorginho's foot to end up on Grealish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that don't change the fact that he was still dangerous. Right? And
He
a
didn't come
referee
in
could
with
have
no
given
force.
the referee
You
could have
see,
done it
there
though.
was no marking on Grealish now. The man was just on the floor rolling just to try and get a red card.
Yep.
Some people have given for less. Right?
That doesn't
Reese
mean it's
says
right though.
we all know that. We all know that. Like today when you stole a penalty. All right, moving on. If England comes less than
Wait, what?
than fourth in World Cup next year, then he's already. I agree with you, Risha completely. All right, Aiden says he stepped on Grealish's leg, bro. Red. All right. O'Neill says JFL stepped on the ball and his foot slipped off the ball and landed on Grealish. Okay.
That's what happened.
Um, Yellow fair decision for Suka.
It
When he
was a fair
says stop it,
decision.
Shaq.
The
Risa
the
says
referee the
that's
referee in the
not red
final
for
was
me. He stepped
amazing.
on the ball and then from off the ball on his ankle. It's not a red for me. He didn't come in with force or intention. He got the ball first. Monchi says England walk with Greedy, Sancho, Rashford, DCL. What difference would Ward Prowse be in terms of game time? Because Ward Prowse plays midfield and we needed somebody to bring the ball.
I think once you missed that previous conversation, so
Would
probably.
Ward be different than would be an upgrade on Calvin Phillips? You think so?
I know
in
for sure
terms
the
of
free
the ball,
kicks,
in terms of
whip
going
them in though.
forward,
Yeah, I think so. I really think so. Now you think about it, defensively
I
probably
honestly think
not,
they
but
should have left home Henderson.
Yeah.
Henderson did anything for them?
no. Henderson is their captain. right? Their real captain. They all say so. They all say so.
So,
I
He's the
think
man that
I think the
give the
reason
talks in
why
the back.
Henderson was in the England team because I think in case that the England team needed any support during any of the
Yeah.
games, that's why
Oh,
they have him in the
so
team.
so he was
Hmm.
England's Thiago.
No, he was better than Thiago. No.
so he was England's mascot,
Yeah.
He says,
cheerleader.
no man, the truth, no man, that referee was fair. He realized his decisions could decide the game, so he blew his whistle and stepped back out and let the guys play. And, okay, all right.
To be
So
fair,
there we
the
go.
referee had a really good game yesterday.
You
All
did,
them
you
when I see
did.
them players train themselves on the ground, man, say play on, man, let's
Call
go.
him.
I mean, both teams
No.
did it. Both teams are guilty of it.
All right. Munchie
What
says, so did
what
Ollie
Munchie
and
talk
your
about?
Pep celebrate. As usual, Ollie brings
What
in,
Munchie talk about?
Ollie, Munchie brings
What?
his hats. Rita says, that ref had a fantastic game.
Yeah, very
Terry
much
says,
so.
an English referee would drive off Keelney for pulling back
Yo, that's
Saka.
true.
Good
That's
point.
true.
Good point. Very
Yeah,
good
but
point.
That
All
pullback
right.
was really aggressive, though, guys. I'm just
yo,
It
saying.
stop
really
it.
was,
Stop
though.
it.
No,
Stop it.
man, he
Yo,
was
he couldn't
aggressive.
break the man
He
neck.
was aggressive. Guy was, Saka was going to run with left the man now. Saka was going to run
Yo.
with left the man. His force is already going in one direction. I have a piece of
Hello.
cloud pulling in that man neck back. Me, yo, I've done it to people, right?
Chiellini,
So,
You're
Chiellini was
dramatic.
really saving Saka from falling into the pit as we saw in the picture.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
that picture was funny, man. That
I
picture was
was.
funny. The
Risa
modern
said
meme.
that pullback was funny. All right. Will Italy win the World Cup, guys? Yes or no?
No.
um, it
No.
depends. It
Will Italy
depends.
win the fans? Tell us what you think. Will Italy win the World Cup? No.
I wouldn't say that they're favorites to win it, no, but it all
Yo, yo,
depends on
boy.
what happens in the tournament.
They beat
Yo,
Belgium.
man.
They beat
They have a
Spain.
chance.
They beat Belgium, Spain, and England. Okay, who outside of that could beat Italy?
Yeah, but football's played on a day.
Right. For
Everything can.
Memphis, I think Mancini is building something there. He's been with this group
Hmm.
for a number of years. I
Hmm.
think most of the same squad will come back. Chiellini and Bonucci, that will probably the last tournament, the last hurrah. I think they have a good
Yeah.
shout. I don't think they
Jamal
will come
says.
into the World Cup being a dark horse as they was coming into the Euros.
Jamal says no, they won't. Another year and Keelan needs Minucci's legs. I agree. This was the chance. This is why I say this is probably their last major trophy for their country. I think so. I think they're done after this. They got a lot of faster people. Suka says here they have a chance, and just so y'all know, right? Suka's a big Italy fan. That one, the same slim chance many gave them, they proved otherwise. All right, Terry and Mancini has them playing out of their minds right now. Italy is back.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
saying, building
O'Neill says,
something.
honestly, I think England might go again. Okay. All
I
right.
agree
Yeah.
fully.
Oh
I agree
boy.
fully.
I do agree. I do
Yeah.
agree.
Just
I
let
think they're
Germany
going to
get a
push.
striker, dog. Let Germany get a striker.
We'll
Play
see.
for
You
dog.
never know. You never know.
Yo,
What's his name? What's his name for Germany that we all like to laugh at?
Fair
Um,
enough.
Which
yeah.
one?
What if
What
Timo
sure.
goes? What if Timo goes for Chelsea and scored 30 goals in the season, man? This man just bammed them
I
in the
highly
World
doubt
Cup.
that.
Okay.
yeah, I
Reese
think
says, I don't think Italy can do well with that slow defense against the quicker South American African teams. But African man fast real now.
Well,
I'm
Africa,
only
man,
for
this
them.
is about the man
Them
run
man
down
come
will
in
on,
pass.
relax
the street, you know.
The
Where's
man
the
used to
shot?
run out the
Will the
defense as
beast.
well.
Pepe scope on
Man
Italy.
run down Will the beast and take the training, man.
Munchie says Harry would make Saka run with Leffy experience step in for Chiellini. Okay, if you call violence experience, then sure. All right.
Why do
Monty
man
can
keep
Um,
never
talking
just
about
be
why you keep
impartial.
talking about United players?
He just can never be impartial, dog. He can't just make a
he
point.
can't. He can't. He can't. And what bothers me is that I back England, right, because they have the most United players, right? But if France is playing there, I back France, right?
No, you
But my point
wouldn't.
is no, I would, because Pogba on the team, all right? So I just say that this is
Oh, so
simply
you back
that
Pogba now?
I back United
well,
players. That's what I do. Back United players. I
oh,
find a Munchie back in Italy and Ireland City players in England. I don't get that. Munchie, we can explain that to me. All right. All right. So yeah. When he says it's not about pace, Reese, it's about brains. And Reese says, yeah, but pace helps a whole lot though. Can't defend what you can't catch. All right.
That's
And he comes
positioning though.
back. For example, Keelan he couldn't win a foot race with Saka, so he fouled him. All right. Suka says England to have a good shot. It's only 1 year from now. Same squad, youth, and bench depth. I'm
But
telling you, a
I think
whole
that's
year
a
for
critical point.
a
1 year.
whole year. What's
but
1
yeah,
year? That's what I'm saying. The World Cup
but to
is
be honest,
so quick. It's just a turnaround. It's not that
Yep.
far away, guys. It's not that far
Yep.
away. And
And
then
now
man,
you the 1 year.
oh
but on
man,
the whole
oh man.
pace,
Mhm.
on the whole pace argument, are we gonna forget that Muller ran away from England centre back? Thomas Muller, of all people, ran away from England centre back.
He did
Wow,
have a
okay.
yard. He did have a yard. Okay.
Walker might not always be there though.
Okay.
So
I
I
don't
suppose
mean,
think
tomorrow
you
you
know what?
hear Walker
Let
retire
me
from
ask you this,
international
guys.
duty.
Does Walker go to the World Cup? Because you have like Reece James and some Reece James, Trent. What happens with that right back spot? Trippier.
yeah.
What
What
happens
if
with that
One
one
for
right back
Saka.
spot?
good season? What if one
One
Masaka
with
have a good
Saka.
season? He might go this time. All right. But
I mean, seeing that it's 1 year, Walker. I mean, maybe not right back with Trent fit, but I think Southgate will be looking to put Walker in the team somehow. That's because of his pace.
Walker has to go. Hey, Walker fast with that. Me not lie.
Aiden says City will win the World Cup after they buy a country. All right, so maybe you can explain that one there. Good
Yeah.
one, Aiden. All right. Last question, guys. Would you rather, this is a really good one, would you rather lose in the final or get knocked out in the semifinals? Fans, let us know what you think. Would you rather lose in the final or get knocked out of the semifinals? Got 6 minutes,
Um,
guys.
how are
Lose
we
in the
losing?
final, guys. Imata?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me how. Go ahead, quick.
I mean, if we get a bat then semi-final. If I get a bat in the final, I rather lose in
Okay.
the semi-final. But if it's a close,
Okay.
if it's a close game, I don't mind losing in the final.
Okay. All right. One more comment before we get to that from the fans. Anita says, I don't like Maguire, but he had a real good tournament. United might be the problem. Okay. All right. We'll
I
see.
think
Don't worry.
United style doesn't suit Maguire. I keep saying this.
Or could it be what we've been saying, Memphis, is that he just needs a John Stones next to him? He just needs a good
No,
partner. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We'll see. All right. This is not the United show. Suko said, good point, members in the Germany chance next year. Hansi Flick in. That's a good appointment, boy. That's a good appointment. A few pieces here and there. Germany coming back in a year's time. Good point, Suko. Definitely. O'Neill says, lose in the finals. He'd rather lose in the finals. All right. That's the question, guys. The question again is, would you rather lose in the final or get knocked out in the semifinals? Lose in the final or get knocked out in the semifinals? Terry says here, well, in England's case, it's kind of different. They were home. They needed to get to the final. True. And they did. All
I
right.
mean, if the fans
Good
had
question
some
for the United
behavior,
fans. They are the most experienced with semifinals. Munchie here dropping more than us. All right.
yeah,
And won finals. So Munchie, we're just going to
Munchie,
negate the
Munchie talk
entire
about
history
United more than
of winning
anybody, you know.
finals. No, Munchie, you go in recent times. Go in like if Man you don't win finals. We don't win any finals in our history. All right, Munchie, go ahead, moving on. Reese says here, the biggest issue with Maguire, oh Lord, yeah, start a Reese with Maguire. He needs proper defender playing for him tonight. I know, right? We have no one. True.
It's not
All
just that
right.
though. United want to impose themselves on the opposition, so they have a high line. Notice when in that Italy game, Maguire was the deepest person for England.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing about it, though. You keep talking about the high line, Memphis, but it's not a problem if they keep the ball, and that's what he's good at. He's good at bringing the ball to the midfield out of defense. That's his job, and he needs somebody to cover his back. Once you got a good left back, right back, and good partner, they will cover you. That's the point of it. The high line not gonna be a problem, but we can debate that some other time. Terry Adju, I would rather get to the final. All right. Munchie says, so they should be the best ones to answer. Okay, fine, Munchie, leave the United thing alone. All right. Risa says, losing the finals, second place is better than third or fourth place. Some people would disagree, Risa. Some people say second place is the first loser. All right. So you never know. All right. See how that works. All right. O'Neill says,
I think that's a tough one, but I think I'd like to get to the finals too, man.
O'Neill says
Just
losing in the
for
finals can build experience.
yeah, it does. Depends on how you lose too. But losing in the semifinals could also build character too.
It
But
can.
every loss
Mhm.
could build some kind of experience.
This is why I think
I,
Rashford, Saka, and Sancho will learn from this. They
they
will
will.
learn. They'll learn from
I
this,
That's a
man.
agree.
good
I agree to
point.
losing in the I agree to losing in the final. I can lose and go home and take my silver medal. Some other people couldn't even get silver medal.
Yeah, but guys, some people would say though that you know, people would say you've lost five finals. They don't usually say you've lost five semifinals.
True.
Which one hurts? Which one hurts
So,
I
more?
mean, Munchie would say that if it's United.
I mean, for the
That is
banter, it
true.
hurts, you know. For the banter, it
It
hurts.
it does hurt. It does hurt. All right. Risa says here, wait. Not much here talking about losing finals. Seriously? All right. And then Terry says, hey Munchie, City and Spurs have something in common. We both went to a CL final and didn't show up.
Yeah, Terry, then go see
Wow.
Can't
Terry. Suku says
can't
here,
even argue about that.
If they get Varane, there'll be a stronger defense for United. PL look promising and exciting. 4 weeks, the countdown begins. Trust me, we're counting down too. We are looking forward to the new season. It's going to be great. It really is. All right. O'Neill says, tough to lose a final because I cried when we lost the FA Cup. And if we lost the UCL final, I'd go to Devil's Bridge. Wow. That one
But
there rough there,
I
bro.
mean, he'll cry
O'Neill,
to that in recent
oh,
times.
we
Because he's
love.
lost 2 FA Cup finals to Arsenal recently too.
Oh, that is
So
Don't
true.
sure,
worry, O'Neal.
Leicester.
I know the
Yeah, but
feeling.
man,
I
talk
cried.
about with
I
Devil's
cried when we
Bridge
lost
though.
Champions League. I
Yeah,
know
but
the
you didn't
feeling.
want to go
Yo,
a Devil's Bridge man
but
talk about no.
yo,
No, that's true. That one
I
is
mean,
just
Devil's
yeah.
Bridge, maybe he come there for the strikes. Devil's Bridge got plenty breeze now. Maybe he like it there.
This what did you care? The slaves used to jump off Devil's Bridge out of depression. Lord of mercy, this man here. And one G says, I Terry, London is blue and Manchester is blue. Nothing in common with Spurs and City. All right. And at Risa, please be present for the 2021-2022 season.
This is
Okay,
what
oh
we know.
boy.
Both of them
it'd be
always
real,
going to City
Man,
now.
boy. Oh
it'd be
man.
real
All
funny.
right.
We miss
Let me
Rita though. We miss Rita in truth.
let,
We do
let
miss
me just
Reese,
show you
man. We need Reese back on the show. We need a petition. Hashtag get Reese back on the show. All right. So Reese, the people want you back. You and Munchie need to be on opposing sides.
I
I'm
mean, they
throwing
should
it
have
out
their
there.
own show. How about they having their own show? Two of them.
Yeah, man. The Reese,
That'd
man.
be
We
great.
know we need. Oh my goodness, we need Reese and Munchie in a battle. A nice little battle, man. That's gonna be great. They have a nice. What's a good topic between the two of them? That could be. I don't even know.
No,
We
just
anything,
can
pick
think of it.
random topics, man. They could
anything.
Well,
just
I,
go to.
if we're
anything.
talking about the color of Manchester, it'd have to be the Manchester derbies, and I mean, we all know how that go.
Okay. You see, you
One
start
name
up
could
things
just
like
say
say, boy,
something, and then you could just go
Lord,
off.
it's true. That is very, very true. All right. Terry says, yeah, anyway, fellas, Rashid and Sancho and Saka, when it's PK time, just take off them boots, please.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
maybe the man can shoot better with them boots off, Terry. Never know. Barefoot always work, though. You know that? All right. Present like I've been from the get go. Sure. Oh, boy. Oh, man, this look good already. Harry King go kick all. I don't need to say you think pressure easy. Yo,
Yo,
good
only
point.
this time.
Yo,
That's
and this is
easy
one
to move
of
by,
I
yeah.
said this to Skill today that here we get laughing at Bruno for all them penalties. You know how much a penalty
Yep.
miss this Euro. Look how much a penalty from big player miss and give away competition in this Euro, man. Penalties are just as important and just as hard. The pressure to step up there 12 yards and put it in the corner, I tell you. All righty
Some people
then.
just don't feel pressure.
I mean, look at Harry Kane. We talked about Harry Kane being a really good penalty taker. He missed
Yeah,
the penalty in the semi-final, and if he
he
had
did.
done that same thing yesterday, it would have been a miss. He scored on the
Yep.
rebound.
Yep, so right, Shaq. Suko says, oh, by the way, before I forget, congratulations, Josh, on winning the Euro Fantasy. That is true. Yeah, see?
God, Jesus.
Yep, fans. We had a Euro Fantasy. Thank you, Suko.
I've been giving man a clap now, so bitty dog.
I made I made
Appreciate
Champions
it.
League. I did
You
an
Yo,
did,
Arsenal
you
from
did,
fourth.
you did.
Munchie finish above Jonah.
Yep.
He did. Oh my goodness.
So I
Joe is
guess
not
Joe
here
is the real
tonight.
girl. That's why Joe coming early and dip out.
Yes. Munchie, what you have to say about that? But yeah.
So
So I'm
definitely
not gonna
took a name Leicester because he bottled it now.
I know Suko
Yo,
Suko
the man start off
Oh,
hot.
Bartlett. Suko
oh,
Bartlett. Oh man, Suka. Oh man, Frida. When I saw your team in the round of 16, I was like, oh come on, man, you're doing
Yo,
good. You're doing good. Oh boy, but big ups to a couple other people too. I don't know if he's in the Geo FC as well. He did well. Suka came third. Moy was climbing. I thought Moy was gonna pass Suka. Moy, you were 1 point behind Suka, man.
That
Oh
one
man, you were
point
there.
came where I made a
You were
change in
there.
one of the matches. That's where one point came from.
The
Yeah,
transfer.
yeah.
Yeah, and who he was? Barella didn't get no points the last game. So I got 0 for that one.
Mm, mm. Okay, but big ups to Joe though. Joe was in last, and Joe made it to
It's
ninth.
Jamal last.
Okay, yeah, but
oh
it's
no,
Jamal,
Jamal
oh no.
Jackson
Jamal.
joined it.
Yeah. I find that
Jamal
interesting.
is
And
last.
no, Jamal was 15th out of 18th. He was 15th out of 18th.
Yo,
That's
he
what
get
he was.
relegated still now.
That's not relegation. That's that relegation? No, we don't count that
Yo,
as
I
relegation.
16,
relegate five
17, and
people.
18.
I relegate
Yeah,
five
yeah,
people.
yeah.
He in the
Yeah.
playoff relegation.
Yeah, we need a petition to bring back Josh too, man. Because Josh was supposed to be the big fantasy player and come 12th. I don't know
Yo,
what to
you
Josh
remember
though.
when we were starting? It's who said he was in the top
It's
percentage of.
Jamal got of
Jamal.
them.
Yeah, Jamal got something back for real, boy. Oh man, but yeah, it was fun though. It was really really fun, But we got a PL fantasy coming up,
Yeah, man.
so that's gonna be great too. So
I'm not
everybody
playing.
that's in the chat, you should jump in. I know PL fantasy brings different emotions. It does.
And
It
I
does
don't
bring
like the
different
prices.
emotions.
I don't like the
I don't like
prices.
it because I got Boone in my team and then me go
Everybody
on
Yeah.
Boone score
expensive.
and get the assist. I can't have them things.
Yeah,
Eh,
I know. It's rough. Emotionally, it's so rough. It's so rough. But yeah, thanks a lot for that, Suka. Appreciate that. I won't mention that I won by 46 points, but I'm just gonna say, leave that alone. All right. But anyway, but back to my race. Beloved, all the fans here. Everybody back and forth. Let me see. Munchie says here, Josh, fisherman talk about fish to see what Joe is talking about all the time. Oh,
What?
okay. I didn't get him on Munchie, but I feel there was a diss somewhere there. So I guess we'll see. Suku says here, Shots Moy looking forward to FPL. He is. And it only says, I'll have FPL send me the code. Okay, yeah, we're going to do it. Okay, we're going to do it. 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 We're going to have a lot of fun with it. Reese says, shout out to my boy Shaw from the amazing tournament. Yeah, he did. He had a good tournament. He did. Big ups to him as
Shawberto
well.
So a couple
Carlos.
players had good tournaments,
Jose must, and a lot had bad tournaments too. It's crazy how that
You know what's
works.
funny about the Shaw thing? Jose
Mhm.
said he prefers Chilwell to Shaw, and Chilwell ain't playing not a minute of the tournament.
Not a minute, but he did come out though. He did come out though and say that he underestimated Shaw's performance and Shaw played well. So I mean, he's trying to fix it. So let the beef slide, Suku says here, Shaw was brilliant. Jose is quiet. Indeed, he is. All right, we're gonna end the show there though. But I want to thank all the fans. Great comments, everybody here. Thank you so much for everything you said tonight. You made the show so interesting. Shaq has something to say.
I'm sorry, I have something to say.
Yeah, you go.
Shout out to a stadium filled with fans yesterday, man. It was a joy to
True,
see
definitely.
hearing that. I mean, I don't know if
Yeah,
they're going to have another wave. No,
yeah.
especially because all them actions in man push on barricade and so yesterday. But
Oh
other than that,
man, the
it was
England man.
really good to see. It's really good
Yeah,
to see.
yeah. It really was good to see, and we need the fans. We need the fans, man. Football is just not the same, man. When you have that 12th man pushing you to score that equalizer,
Man, they had the 12th man.
Just can go kick rocks.
we know, Reese don't like Jose.
Who like
Reese
Jose?
listening on about Fred, and Fred played Saturday.
No, Reese,
Yeah.
thank you, Shaq. Risa, Fred had a bad final, but you gotta give Fred credit though. Fred was balling for Copa, man. He was doing well, Risa. He was legit was
He's
doing well.
family out the team also.
Yeah, him next to Casemiro, man, they were running ball in the midfield. So Reese, you see, the man heard all your cussing and improved himself. Yeah, he did.
Quick question because I saw these players doing it yesterday. Y'all lose the final. Y'all keeping on y'all medals or y'all taking them off instantly?
Yo,
Oh, I'm
I'm not
taking
even
them.
putting it on. I'm not even
No,
letting them put
me
it
not on
on.
the second place, man. Second place one.
Just to give me
No,
that
I
in my
think that's
hand.
distasteful.
I'd wear it when they put it on me. I'll take it off right away. Go home, melt it down, make a ring, and sell it. That's what I do. Ain't nobody about that.
Wow.
Keep that
No,
up.
man, that's
Done with that.
look, but
Done with that.
these tournaments don't come across all the time. You
Yeah, but
came second.
second place, dog. Let's show that. Why you want
Yeah, because
second place?
you saw most of
Yeah,
them young players taking them off. Henderson kept on his, I
No, man,
guess
I
I mean,
won't take it off, man.
I got a close guy. Afi says shout out to England, cockroach, and big up players for going that far. Okay. But
that's
Reggie says here, at Terry, I never did so when he scored the winner and win the pen. Sterling
what?
looked up for Jamaica C. Lord mercy. Yeah, starts at
Who they
Manchester.
talk about Sterling?
Guys, I
Yo,
watched the game on Saturday, and that was the only game I saw for Brazil. And
here
Fred
we
looked like
go.
Fred. Can't say
Crackhead.
anything else.
Crackhead Fred.
Oh
Crackhead
boy,
Fred.
Fred
It's
boy,
bad.
can't wait, Fred. The one time Fred get for impress restart and he have a bad game. Oh man,
or maybe
All
it's
right,
because Rita was watching now. It's
I
probably that.
start the man nervous. The man
What's
bit
a
nervous.
Risa make Fred nervous?
Probably. Oh man. Oh my goodness, I have to put this in one. The reason here is that Henderson custom to mediocrity, so of course he kept
That's facts.
you
Yo,
know,
I
you
still
got a
can't believe
Liverpool fan.
people gave him Player of the Year for his leadership qualities. What kind of nonsense is that?
For being a cheerleader.
Okay.
Cheerleader.
Okay. All right, but yes, good night, everybody. And of course,
Very
please
good show.
keep sharing, keep sending out stuff, subscribe. Find somebody this week, guys. Find somebody this week. You haven't subscribed to Ireland fans. You love football. You watch football. Who you back? You can find some City fans. You can find some United fans, some Arsenal
Find City
fans, some
fans.
Chelsea
Hello,
fans.
Memphis. Just make it slide,
You can find some Tottenham fans. I don't know where the Tottenham fans are. I
And
don't
that's
know.
even worse, bro.
They're hard. Legit. When Shaq said, man, I found Shem and I found Terry, he's like, wow, the man a rare breed, boy. The man
And
nearly
you see Shem disappear.
tell
But
me he
know.
was
after
the
Christmas, when Tottenham started the slide,
Yeah, I
Shem
know,
was
right?
taking on.
Oh
Oh,
boy, yeah, it was a great discussion, Suka, definitely.
Just
And
take my phone and subscribe.
in
Let's
Nuno
do
we
it.
trust.
What was
Right.
that? The fourth choice manager? You trust the
Child,
fourth
not
yo,
choice
even
manager?
too much.
yo,
11.
seriously, shout out Pedri, man.
Yeah,
Man,
for real. Yeah, Pedri for real. Young player
Ah,
of the tournament for real.
baller.
Baller, really good baller, and of course, okay, he did jumping in the end. All right. But yeah, all right. So good night, everybody. Have a good night. And look out for great content from us and help us push this channel and take it to the next level. Good night.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.